So we shall take up in this video about the chemistry topic, that is the first chapter being some basic concepts of chemistry, which is actually a useful chapter for all other topics of this chemistry. Here we discuss mainly about the matter, we discuss about the various types of units to measure the physical properties, and also we will discuss about the various concepts concerned with the atoms, molecules, etc. So let us consider this topic on some basic concepts of chemistry. Some basic concepts of chemistry. So first let us see the matter. So let us see the term matter. This matter is anything that occupies a space and has a volume. Sometimes it has mass, and sometimes we can feel the presence of it with our sense organs. So this matter is anything that has mass, occupies space, and can be felt with any of the sense organs. Okay. So this matter can be classified as here. So matter can be classified into, based on the physical state, we have this classification based on the physical state as solids, liquids, and gases. Solids, liquids, and gases. In case of the solids, the important of this physical state solid is the components in this solid state are closely packed. And we observe that these solids have definite shape and definite volume. We have so many metals in the solid state except one or two. Then we have various organic compounds which are existing in the solid state, inorganic substances existing in the solid state, etc. Therein the components are closely packed. These close packing of these solids indicates that there is no free movement of the particles or components. In case of the liquids, again we have the close packing of the particles. Okay, but they are less closely packed as compared to the solid state, and in this case these have definite volume but no definite shape. It is because of this no definite shape, it will have the shape of the vessel in which that liquid is placed. So we have so many organic compounds as well as some of the inorganic compounds including water which are actually existing in the liquid state. Coming to the gaseous state, no close packing. The particles are very much free, so no close packing and no definite shape and no definite volume. That is, whatever the space that is available, in the whole space these gaseous substances will actually be filled up. So that is based on the physical state we classify the materials or matter into solids, liquids, and gases. Based on this composition, we classify the substances into pure substances and mixtures. Pure substances and mixtures. In case of the pure substances, again we have two types, elements and compounds. In case of the mixtures, we have again two types, homogeneous mixtures, homogeneous and heterogeneous. In case of the elements, these are the substances formed by only one kind of atoms. Only one kind of atoms. For example, we have this hydrogen. Hydrogen gas consists of only two hydrogen atoms. Similarly, we have this oxygen. So, these are formed by only one kind of atoms. Formed by only one kind of atoms. Similarly, we have this carbon, either graphite or diamond. Similarly, we have this nitrogen. Similarly, chlorine, etc. So, even though two or more elements or atoms are present, but still they are of only one kind. So, such a substance is named as the element. In case of the compounds, these are formed by two or more elements. Two or more elements combined in definite ratio by mass. Definite ratio by mass. For example, in case of the compounds, we have this water. Water is consisting of two elements, hydrogen and oxygen. It is formed by the two elements in a definite ratio by mass. Similarly, we have this carbon dioxide. Okay. Similarly, we have this glucose, C6H12O6. In this case, three elements, hydrogen, carbon and oxygen are combined. Then coming to these mixtures, these are homogeneous and heterogeneous. Homogeneous mixtures contain two or more components, two or more components, which are having same composition. Having same composition. Throughout the system we have same composition. So they are indistinguishable. They cannot be separated just by physical methods. That's why we have a equal mixture or homogeneous mixture of two or more components. For example, when you take this salt, for this one we can write the example of salt plus water, like sodium chloride. Then in case of the heterogeneous mixtures, we have these two or more components, which are separated by distinct boundary. Separated by distinct boundary. For example, when you take oil and water, then we can observe that oil and water form a separate layers. That's why we have that heterogeneous mixture. Similarly, we can have this sand plus water. So sand and water will form separate layers. That's why it is a heterogeneous mixture. So that is about the classification of the matter. Matter is anything that has mass, occupies space and can be felt with our sense organs. This can be classified either based on the physical state or based on the composition. Based on the physical state, we have solids, liquids and gases. Based on the composition, we have pure substances and mixtures. Pure substances are again classified as elements and compounds. Mixtures are classified as homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures. Now, for this matter, we have two types of properties. One type of property, physical property. The other type of property is chemical property. Physical properties. So these are measured without the change in the composition of any such material. For example, we can change a solid into liquid at a definite temperature. The temperature is called as the melting point. Similarly, we have this boiling point. Similarly, we can measure viscosity. Similarly, we have density. And so many such properties are named as the physical properties. Coming to the other properties, we have this chemical properties. These properties are measured by changing the nature of the substance or composition of the substance. So we have physical properties, melting point, boiling point, etc. Chemical properties which undergo chemical combinations. So to measure the physical properties, we use some units which are named as the basic units. There are different systems which can be used to measure the properties, physical properties, which are named as the basic units. Different units that are used are CGS system, FES system, etc. But now we have this system of international units, which is named as the SI units. So this can be named as a system of international units. System of international units. So these system of international units, there are 7 basic units which can be listed like this. The first one is length. So we have unit, sorry, property, unit used for that one, and then symbol used for that property. So this property is actually length. The first one is length, which can be measured in the SI system in terms of meter. The symbol for that one is small m. The next one is mass. Mass is measured in terms of kilograms. This kilogram is written as kg symbol, where small k and small g are being used. Different combinations are written by other persons, like capital K, small j, etc., which are all wrong. Only we have to write small k, small g. The next one is time. Time is measured in seconds. As I told you, in other systems like CGS, FPS, MKS, etc., again same unit is used for time. That is indicated with small s. Then we have thermodynamic temperature. Thermodynamic temperature. This thermodynamic temperature is measured in terms of Kelvin. Kelvin, which is indicated with capital K. One information, whenever we are using the name of a scientist, while writing the word we have to write with the small letter. While writing the symbol we have to use the capital letter. So here Kelvin starts with small k, but symbol is capital K. The next one is electric current. Electric current. This is measured in terms of ampere. Again, the ampere is the name of the scientist, so we write with small letter, but symbol for this one is capital A. Then we have light intensity. Intensity of the light is measured in terms of candela. So this is indicated with small c, small d. The last one is amount of substance. Amount of substance, that is measured in terms of this mole, and symbol for this one is mole. No shortcut for this mole, we have to write minimum 3 letters. So we have these 7 units for the 7 physical properties as the basic units. Length, meter, m. Mass, kilograms, kg. Time, seconds, s. Thermodynamic temperature measured in terms of Kelvin, capital K. Electric current, ampere, capital A. Light intensity, candela, CD. Amount of substance, this is most important as far as chemistry is concerned. So we use this amount of substance measured in terms of mole. The symbol for that one is the mole. So in our next video, we will go for the derived units which are based on these 7 basic units. So we can measure the units of other properties like velocity, the area, volume, etc. So which are actually making use of all these 7 basic units. Thank you.